Ziehen wir was aus?
Die ziehst du aus, auf jeden Fall. Okay, sind wir schon dran? Ready? Okay, dann sage ich mal hallo, guten Tag.
So, hello and welcome, good evening here from London. Hello also to our captain, Manuel Neuer. Manu, you have experienced a lot in football in your career, but I would say that the match tomorrow here at Wembley against England, last 16, this is something special for you and the team. Please, what can you tell us about the importance of this match tomorrow? Well, we are looking forward to this classic in football, England against Germany at Wembley, in this historic stadium. It's something special for us. We are very motivated and are very looking much forward to it. It's a round of 16. We already started our tournament here with the match against France, and now for everybody who has experienced football, has been with football in the past, knows what kind of match this is going to be tomorrow. Hello, Manu. In the last days, what did you focus on, especially in your defensive work? And how can you keep a clean sheet for the first time in this tournament? Well, as we know, especially at set pieces, the English team has their strength. So we had analyzed, talked about defending set pieces. It's going to be important to be positioned well, to attack the ball and to defend well, especially occupying the spaces and have the right tuning and positioning.
Felix, du musst bestätigen.
Felix, please confirm. Hello. Well, in London we can hear that it might end in a penalty shootout, and then England wouldn't have a chance. How do you get prepared? Do you get some advice from Andy Köpke, or is it just pure instinct in terms of preparation for such a penalty? And will we see a knee, as we saw yesterday in the match Belgium against Portugal? Well, to the second question, of course, we stand for tolerance and are against discrimination. We want to show solidarity also to the English team. We know most of the players, so that's why we are also doing the same gesture. And to the first question, in terms of penalties, well, Andy Köpke, he has made his experiences here at Wembley. So, as a goalkeeper, of course, you get informed about possible penalty takers, and every attacker who has to face me, then he can decide what he wants to do. Actually, when he takes the penalty, everything is possible. And if we know who are going to be the takers, so it's always also gut feeling that you have, how you feel in a certain situation, but preparation is also very important, of course. Julian Wolf, next please. Hello, Manu. Manu, many of you said that it's going to be a totally different match compared to the one against Hungary. It's going to be a more open one. What do you think, and what do you expect from the English team? Well, England has defended very well so far in this tournament. They haven't conceded a lot, have kept a clean sheet. We conceded more goals, but they also only scored 2, so we need to be stable in our defensive work, show our qualities on the pitch, and what is the most decisive factor is that we scored a lot of goals, so it talks in favor of our attacking game. We have great players in our ranks, not only the ones in the starting lineup, but also from the bench. So this is going to be important tomorrow. It's going to be maybe also, or we need to be patient as well, especially if we are positioned well, because the English side also can defend very well. They have very strong and fast players, so we need to be careful. And if possible, not only have to be one-on-ones in our defense. We have experienced and good defenders, so we have our qualities also in our last defensive line against the strong English side. Manuel, I would like to know about taking a knee. How do you discuss it within the team? Did maybe some players of the English team came up to you, or how did you discuss about it? Well, the different federations or the organization teams communicate with each other, they talk about it, and you take the decision to do it or not. And I've also heard that, as everybody knows, that during this Euro we had the captain's band, and especially me, I wore it with the rainbow colors, and the English teams also solidarity or show solidarity. So Henry Kane wants to do the same tomorrow. So we are in favor. It's great to take such position, as well as the English side does. They also are in favor of tolerance and against discrimination, so we didn't really have to discuss it a lot. One question from England.
Dem Kollegen Darren Lewis, please.
Darren Lewis, please.
Harry Kane is yet to score at this tournament. Do you believe that's when he's at his most dangerous? And also, what do you feel about the English mentality? Do you believe it's stronger, given that we've had so many English players in Champions League finals, winning them, and Europa League finals?
Well, we also had some players who participated and played in the Champions League final. We know how strong the Premier League is and has been, especially in the last season, with 2 teams in the final. Harry Kane, in terms of him, he sacrifices himself. It's always a dangerous sign, actually, if a striker waits for a goal. He will be completely motivated, 100%. And we have met him, we know him. He is a very dangerous attacker in the box, both-footed. In the air, great, and especially at set pieces, very dangerous. So we know about his qualities. Duncan Wright from The Sun, please.
Hi, Manuel. In the past, England teams have been almost scared of Germany. Germany have got into their heads. Do you sense that this England team is the same? Is this a weakness on England's side, that were always Germany were always in the minds of the England players?
Well, it's difficult to say. I don't know how the English think about the Germans, but I think both sides have a huge respect We know about our qualities. We are confident, we are convinced that we can beat the English side, but we know that they have a very strong side themselves. They are a team that have a lot of weapons, that are a threat, especially over the wings and present at set pieces. We have to stop it with a strong defensive work and great attacking, as we have proven and shown already before. Heiko Niederer, please, next. I will ask the question, yes. Manu, just a general question. In terms of the Euro, there's so many own goals scored. Really spectacular one from Spain today. How do you explain that? Well, to find an explanation for that is difficult. It's especially at crosses, facing the goal to clear such a situation. It's a delicate situation actually for a defender, and can happen that own goals are scored. We saw it's happening also in our match against France. So, but in general, I don't know, there's no real reason why so many own goals were scored. Wolfgang Stefan, next please. Hello Manuel. Many greetings to London, Mr. Neuer. 45,000 spectators are awaited, expected, 2,000 Germans only. Is this a problem mentally, or maybe an advantage for you, as Robin Gosens said before? Well, for us all, it's beautiful to play here at Wembley and this historic stadium against a great side. And we're looking forward to it. But we're participating at a Euro, special conditions. We have to adapt to them, and we know, we are aware that it's not possible to get more support from the German side, from German fans. We have to accept it. We accept it. And me as a goalkeeper, I know I have made the experience, especially playing away, having the home fans behind me, a lot of them. So I've made that experience before, and Oliver Kahn said that he used it as a motivation to turn it into something positive. Last question, Florian Plettenberg, please. Hello Manu. Could you give us an insight about, I mean, it's the first away match for you now. What can you feel? Is there certain tension noticeable? And what about Leon Goretzka? He could be a starter tomorrow. Can you talk to him, or is he already in his tunnel, or is he more motivated than all the other players? Well, I think that every player will try to put in his best performance on the pitch. It doesn't matter if he had already played more minutes than the other. We saw that with the players coming from the bench, always a new impulse, a new drive was noticeable, and we could take advantage of it on the pitch. So it doesn't really matter if he has played from the beginning or not, Leon. We will see it tomorrow, and every one of us will give his best to be successful and succeed. Last question from England, Theus Quires, please.
Manuel, the opposing goalkeeper tomorrow, Jordan Pickford, he's the only goalkeeper left in the tournament not to concede a goal. I was just wondering, as one of the top goalkeepers in Europe for pretty much the last decade, what your thoughts on Pickford were.
Jonathan Pickford is a great goalkeeper. He can, for example, kick very long balls. This can be a threat to our defensive line. So you have to stand very focused, especially deep. He talks a lot to his teammates in front of him. Very communicative. He's very fast, agile, and I can only say positive things about him. Thank you very much to our captain, and we'll continue with our head coach.